All right, we got a new IBF welterweight champion of the world. Shout out and congratulations to Kell Brook. I gotta admit, man, Kell Brook impressed me very much in this fight. I actually did. I did like a small little prediction back in one of my previous videos. It wasn't really nothing too fancy. It was just kind of like short and sweet. I actually picked Sean Porter to win this fight, and I actually thought Sean Porter was going to stop him in the mid rounds. It wasn't because of what he did to Alexander or Malinaji. I was kind of comparing it, looking at it, style wise. I said that if Sean Porter could get on the inside of Kell Brook and make this an inside fighting game, he should be able to stop him because Kell Brook don't got no inside fighting game. But here was the key. Here was the main difference that broke this fight right in half. When you could tell that when Sean Porter was using his aggression, Kell Brook was able to break his rhythm down, and he broke him down over time. Sean Porter was just a little one-two dimensional in this fight. It got to the point where it just seemed like wasn't really nothing he could do at one point. It was just he kept trying to use aggression. It wasn't effective enough. And to tell you the truth, I had this fight actually a little wide for Kell Brook. I scored this fight 117-111 Kell Brook. And the two main components why I had it scored like that was because, for me, Kell Brook used excellent ring generalship in this fight. And I thought that his punches were like a little more clean and effective than Sean Porter's. Because even though it seemed like Sean Porter was throwing good, effective punches, it wasn't even really affecting Kell Brook. Kell Brook controlled this fight so well. That's what really impressed me. And another thing too about Kell Brook, what he did really well was fight on the back foot. I noticed that a lot, man. He was making Sean Porter miss a lot of punches, man. But I still take my hat off to Sean Porter, man. I really do. Because he fought three legit fighters in a row. We're talking from Alexander to Malinaji and then now to Kell Brook. And I think this was a very important fight, not only for the welterweight division, but a very important fight for boxing, man, because this is what, I mean, you rarely get to see these kind of fights in boxing, man. Two young, undefeated welterweights in their prime. I mean, this is like a special treat for boxing fans. It really is. And this welterweight division is it's so unbelievably stacked, man. It is ridiculous. I mean, going forward now, being that Kell Brook now is IBF champ, you got Amir Khan, Keith Thurman, Robert Guerrero. You still got Andre Berto floating around. On the HBO side, you got Tim Bradley, Manny Pacquiao, and then you got, Floyd Mayweather. Right now for Kell Brook, I'm looking at Robert Guerrero, Keith Thurman, and Amir Khan. I would be cool with Kell Brook fighting any of those guys. And I would like to see Keith Thurman head over to the UK and take on that big challenge. I think that would be huge. If he fights Amir Khan in UK, that would be huge. Oh, and you also still have Devin Alexander. So, I mean, that is like about 4 or 5 big names right there. So, I don't think he's ready for Mayweather yet. I know he called him out. I don't want to say he really called him out, but he did mention his name in that post-fight interview, and it's better just to go ahead and get some title defenses under your belt. Go ahead and take on a Keith Thurman and an Amir Khan, and then he'll definitely deserve the shot. But right now, would I like to see the fight? Yeah, of course, down the road, absolutely. But I just don't think he's ready. If he could go ahead and take on some of these higher caliber opponents, that would better prepare him for Floyd Mayweather, I feel. But yeah, it was a very impressive performance by Kell Brook. Um, it was just a remarkable performance, man. So we got a new IBF welterweight champion of the world. I'm really looking forward to see what he does next. This welterweight division is just it is so stacked. It almost reminds me of the welterweight division back in 2009. You guys remember what I'm talking about when we had you had Mosley, you had Cotto, you still had Mayweather, you had Paul Williams. I mean, damn this welterweight division is just it's insanely stacked, man. But pretty good night of boxing overall. I'm just really looking forward to the you know to the next evolution of this welterweight division. Um, Sean Porter, he can still bounce back. I mean, one loss ain't really shit. He could go ahead and tackle on somebody, like somebody like a Juan Manuel Marquez, maybe a Berto, Soto Carras. It's just, it ain't over. He'll be back, man. Um, yeah, that's all I got, man. New IBF welterweight champion. I mean, there's not really much to say. It was a very impressive performance. Um, he went to Sean Porter's not necessarily his real backyard, but he did take on that challenge by going to the United States, and he beat Sean Porter, man. He did it impressively. I got to give him credit for that. And I didn't even think he was going to win the fight, honestly. I thought Sean Porter was actually going to stop him, looking at it style-wise. But you could actually tell that I could actually tell by watching this fight that Kell Brook in his training camp, they really studied Sean Porter. They studied the fight very well. And yeah, man, whatever strategy they came up with or how they did it, it worked. At the end of the day, that's what got him the victory. So, shout out to Kell Brook, man. So I can't wait for the next fight. Hopefully they fight sometime sometime he'll fight in December. Whoever he fights, man, I'll definitely do a video on it. But for now, we'll wait and see what happens, and we'll go from there. Peace out.